Hello everybody, thank you for watching The Small Business Voice. The Small Business Voice is a TV show for small business owners to talk about themselves, so that way you kind of get to know who they are and build a relationship with them through TV. And today I'm sitting down with Lynette Rossetti. What's your business, Lynette?
My business is L&R Mobile Notaries.
And tell me about yourself and your career.
Well, I'm newly married, so that's why, you know.
I know, I wanted to say
the other last name.
Yeah, the other last name. Yeah. But tell me about you have a really extensive career. You've been in the military, I understand.
Yes.
So just kind of tell me, who you are and where you started at.
Well, I was in the military for 4 years, and at the age of 40, I decided to go back to school to get my degree, and I got it. And afterwards, I worked for various other people, and doing that for a while, I decided that, no, I want to work for myself.
Yeah, and you're a very kind of active person, because I've been around you now for about a year or so. So other than that, what makes you stand out from others?
Well, I like to build relationships with my clients. Some people, when you go in and you talk to them and you think, okay, after they paid their money, you're gone and you never see them again. Whereas I don't want to do that. I want to, have a repeat business, but build a relationship with them.
All right, and then do you have a success story you kind of share with us?
Oh, yes, I do. There was one lady that used to be head of Goldstar here in Tracy. Her name was Shelley, and her daughter and her husband, they lived back in Tennessee. And they were buying their first home, and her husband, he's in the military. I just love working with military people. And they were closing on their home, and they had non-refundable tickets. And so they talked to their title person, and they told him, well, if you can get a notary that would do that, everything will be gravy. And so she called me, and I said, sure. So I met them at her home. But before I did, I called the title company and I asked, will it be okay if I notarize their documents, being that they're here in California and the documents was drawn in Tennessee? And she said, not a problem. So I took care of that for him. And being that he is in the military and he was doing something military related, I did not charge him for notary fees.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's amazing. So how are you special in your field?
What convenience? I make my service convenient for people. I mean, nowadays you have people that they work 40 hours a week. They can't get off from work. 9 times out of 10, they're either taking care of children or they're taking care of their parents. So you don't have time for that. Use the time, you don't think about a notary until you really need one, and it's like, where do you find it? They stopped publishing the yellow pages. I don't know too many people that get a telephone book at their home. And so this is where I come into play. They call me, I work around their schedule, so that way they don't have to take time off from work, find a babysitter or anything like that. I can come into your home and take care of the documents for you.
Okay. So do you have a why? And if you do, what is your why?
Well, my why, I love building relationships with people. When you work for other people, they tend to tell you, oh, well, you have a certain amount of time to get this done. You get people, when I used to work for a big name drugstore, and I would get a lot of elderly people come in. And usually the time they would need more help than other people. They will feel like they're being rushed if you tell them, well, I'm on the clock and I have a certain amount of time to get this done, and I'm sorry, but I don't mean to short shift you, but this is what the boss wants. See, now that I'm the boss, I can take all the time that they need.
Yeah, that's nice. That's beautiful. So, who is your ideal customer?
But anyone that has documents that need to be notarized. The user time when, they will have questions about their docs, especially if it's real estate related, then I would, refer them back to the title company, or if it's a will or a trust or anything like that, I will refer them back to the person that either drew up the docs or have them to talk to their attorneys. Because I tell them that being that I am not an attorney, I cannot give legal advice.
So you cover a pretty big area. I mean, you don't just cover Tracy, right?
Right. I will work anywhere within the state of California.
So you fly somewhere like to San Diego or up to Redding, or but you
Sure.
probably just have to drive up to Redding, not to fly up there. But
Sure.
and San Diego is only about an 8-hour drive. That is kind of long, but that's good. So
I've done that before.
have you? So anywhere in California, you'll
Yes.
go.
Yes.
Okay. What would be a great referral for you if somebody were watching the show and they're like, hey, I know somebody. What would be a great referral for you?
Usually the time is somebody that needs notarization right now.
Right now, and that's you.
Yes.
All right.
I mean, because like I said, it's convenience. I make it easier for them, and I can meet them anywhere.
All righty. And then how do people get a hold of you, Lynette?
My telephone number is area code 415-250-2091. When I say just say when and where I'll be there, it's not just a tagline.
All right.
Unless I'm stuck in traffic.
All right. Lynette Rossetti, everybody, give her a hand. We will be right back after these words.
Every journey begins with a single step. Are you ready to take yours? Here at Modesto Junior College, we can help you begin. The college offers a variety of programs and opportunities, including financial aid. MJC students can transfer to four-year colleges after graduating. Our instructors will prepare you for a successful future in the field of your choice. If you want a quality, affordable education with unlimited horizons, make Modesto Junior College your first step.
All right. We're back here with Cid Cadigal of Liberty Mutual. So, Cid, tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me about how you got started in insurance.
Well, it's a funny fact. I actually, one day I was doing medical device. I was doing that for 12 years. And I ended up seeing something on Facebook, and I said, you know what, I want to do something like that. I want to be out and about. I want to network. I want to do all of that. But I found myself kind of trapped in my cubicle. And I said to myself, well, maybe one day, right? And sure enough, I ended up having to move. My family and I, we found ourselves seeing that, where we were in Silicon Valley was getting a little bit more out of pocket. It was just too expensive for us. And we found ourselves in a situation where we had to move immediately. It was like night and day. Like it just like in the next week or two or the next month, we had to figure out something in our previous place. We really weren't. It wasn't really that where we could stay anymore. So I ended up really out of circumstance having to change careers. I was going back and forth I moved to Tracy in the summer of 2016. And what I ended up doing was I said to myself, man, this commute is crazy. Down the Altamont and back and forth. And I said, I don't know how people do it. I didn't know all the tips and tricks. I should have. If I had asked, maybe I'll get another car and I'll park it in Fremont and I'll take the Ace train. But I didn't know all that, so I ended up just driving back and forth. And I tell you that I said to myself, you know what, there has to be a better way. And sure enough, I was asking a lot of my friends. I was like, hey, do you know there's something I could do? I have customer service background. I got somewhat of sales. I got marketing. Hey, do you know anything? And a good friend of mine, shout out to Andre Woods. He had said, hey, Sid, if you're looking to move, I actually moved to one of the best companies I've ever had. Best manager, best office, best situation, and honestly, the compensation was good for me. So I was like, well, sign me up, where we go? Yeah. And I ended up looking up, and he's like, hey, Liberty Mutual is where I'm at right now. I got my boss, so I can actually refer you to as a referral. And we'll get that process going, and sure enough, I transitioned into insurance.
So how did that transition go? I know that can be easy going from where you did before to...
Yeah, it's totally different because what I did night and day, like I could sleep taking the orders at my previous job. I'd have physicians call me to get, and we were doing eyelid implants. And so I knew that industry for like they say that if you do something like 10,000 hours long, that's how you master it. Well, I think I was 100K. I don't know. I had so many hours. So I would end up doing that, and when I transitioned to sales, it was a little bit different, In sales, you really have to move forward an opportunity for both the client and myself, and try to see if there's anything that we can do to move things forward, because otherwise a quote won't last forever, a rate won't last forever. But if you have incoming sales where people are just calling from a phone and just order and ship it overnight because we have a surgery, well, that's a little bit different. I could just ship that, and if we ever miss a surgery's date, I would say, hey, hold up, I'm going to drive to FedEx. So my thing has always been customer service first, but in that realm, it's actually helped me, because now when somebody calls me for insurance, I'm like thinking of a customer service background, trying to help them, not just push them along. So, yeah.
So you live here in Tracy, and you have an office in Brentwood. Now, where else do you do your business at?
That's a great question. Any which way California signs me, dog. Actually, what I would say is that my thing is that I'm San Jose born and raised, and so my office is Liberty Mutual Strategic, and trying to find, like, let's say we were once here in Tracy, and I'm actually the representative for the Tracy branch, but we're actually also in Brentwood where there's new development, and also San Jose is still growing rapidly, so we're still in San Jose, our office is still there. So I have like what I call a satellite office. I have my office in Brentwood, and then I still can be able to I can be in San Jose, I could be at the San Ramon office, I could be here at M&J, and type an order in and type a sale in, or send out a quote. And so I really am mobile, just as remote as possible. So really I'm in Silicon Valley. I'm in Contra Costa for Brentwood.
Nice. And
for here in Goldstar, I'm at the San Joaquin. This is where I live, so I really love supporting Tracy. And then I'm also like where you're at.
Yes.
Like in Stanislaus, right?
That's good.
So anytime I can, to just swing over and stop by your Goldstar connections, or Goldstar your club in Modesto. Anytime I love being out and about and meeting people, because the more I'm out and about, the more that I can. It's not just a Facebook page, right?
Yeah,
so.
Sid's a social butterfly at Goldstar there. So what inspires you to work with Liberty?
I think the main thing is that I like their integrity. I like the fact that, we're not making a joke of every little thing, although I have to tell you, we have a new commercial. I don't know, have you seen the email commercial?
I have not.
Okay, don't watch it. I'm just kidding. I'll tell you, I love the fact that Liberty is, they're really trying to help people customize for what they need, just like our commercial. And I take that commercial and I personalize it. So, you might get the 800 agent, our home office, which is a great team, by the way. Shout out to the DRC. But that's our 800 number. But what I really do is I say, hey, I'm in the public, I'm in your area, I can help you, and I know what are the discounts. I can do San Jose State, I can do San Francisco State. We have alumni discounts.
Okay.
I got Sac State. So I got discounts that way. I even can find ways to maximize your coverage, so that if you're getting this amount of coverage, but you're paying this amount, and I can match that but give you way more coverage, wouldn't you want to look into that with me?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I like to do. I love doing that for people.
So how do people get a hold of you, Cid?
Well, my phone number, I have a work mobile cell. That's the best place to reach me. So I guess we'll put it over here later.
Yes.
925-315-2914. Other than that, Facebook, you can reach me, #Cid@Liberty. That's nice. I'm going to be doing my own commercials too. So a lot of my creative side, my marketing side, I have a graphics design background. I'm really trying to put that all in just who I am and what I offer. So.
All right. So thank you for coming on the show today, Cid.
Yeah.
Cid Cadigal, everybody. Give him a hand. We're going to be right back after these words.
Hey, Papa, aren't you supposed to get your taxes done today?
Oh, I ain't got time. I want to watch the game.
Haven't you heard of the Senator's Income Tax Service mobile app that everybody's been talking about? You can get your taxes done now and finish watching your game later.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, by filing right, you get more here at Sanders Income Tax. Look forward to seeing you this year.
All right. We're back with Christina Kitchen of...
I own Christina Kitchen Property Management here in Tracy, California.
All right, Christina, so tell me a little bit about yourself and your career.
Yes, I was a stay-at-home mom for many years, and then I had graduated university at UOP, Pacific in Stockton, and I decided to take that education and use it in the real estate industry. So I got my salesperson license in 2005, and then I got my broker license in 2008, and in 2011 I went independent as an independent broker in California. So I serve all of California.
Nice. All right, so what makes you stand out from others?
Well, I think the attitude of giving and then receiving, because sometimes I do work that is not paid for in the beginning, but my philosophy is that it'll come back around. One of the things that I do is I really get to know my clients, and I met with some tenants this week, and they were telling me that the granddaughter was going to transfer schools, and that I heard them talking about the little girl walking home from school, and I said, please don't let her walk home from school. If you can't get to her, if you can't pick her up, give me a call and I'll go do that.
Wow. I never had anybody do that for me before.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
an
Well,
amazing thing for you. Yeah.
That's how important those relationships are to me. Keeping people safe and keeping children safe is really a big deal.
Well, I want to ask you about a success story in a second, but I want to thank you because I know you sponsor a lot of events here in Tracy, and you're just trying to help out. So I know about the giving part. So I want to thank you for that. So give me a success story that you just recently happened, or one of your best success stories.
Well, recently I listed a property that's here in Tracy, and I put it on a website. I got about 15 applicants, and of those applicants, a handful of them came through my open house, which was at the end of that week. And from that open house, these folks applied, and I got the tenant for the property in about a week and a half.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the fastest that's happened, so I was
Usually
very
it
happy
takes
with
about
it.
a month or
Right.
so. Yeah. So how are you special in your field?
Well, a lot of people in property management have a license and they work under a broker, but I am the broker, so I work for myself, and because of that, I am very nimble. I like to say I'm very nimble because I can do things on spur of the moment, and if emergencies come up, then I handle them very quickly, like repairs inside of a home. I get the home warranty company on the phone, and they send out the contractor, and as soon as possible, we get that repair handled.
Nice. So do you have a why? And then if you do, what is that why?
Well, this puts a big smile on my face because right now my why is my grandson, and I have 2 kids that live in Seattle currently, and my grandson is the newborn of my daughter. And my son, who lives in Seattle too, says that he has an interest in taking over the business when I'm ready to retire, or when I'm ready to turn it over to him. So hopefully in the future, he will get trained and become a broker, and at some point, I'll pass that on to the next generation.
Wow. So for the people watching the show, what would be a great referral for you?
Well, if they hear of anyone talking about an apartment building or an apartment complex that they're having trouble managing, or they're not too happy with their management company, those will be good referrals for me.
Okay, and then if people want to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
Just Google my name, Christina Kitchen Realty, and they will find out my number. It's 209-321-2186.
All right. Thank you, Christina Kitchen, everybody. Thank you, Christina, for coming. All right. We'll be right back after these words.
When it comes to getting your car detailed, it's hard to choose the right place. At Davis Family Shines, we sweat the small stuff, so you don't have to. At DFS, we're fully licensed and insured, guaranteeing your car is in good hands. With over 15 years in professional detailing, you can trust we're experienced and know how to take care of whatever life throws your way. Specializing in automotive restoration, we're offering interior-only details as low as $99 and complete details as low as $199. That's a huge savings. With a variety of packages including headlight restoration and windshield repair, you'll be sure to find a deal to fit your car's needs. Call today to schedule your appointment, 209-495-0525, or go online at modestocardetailing.com. Treat yourself to that new car feeling today.
Thank you for watching the Small Business Voice. I want to thank Christina Kitchen, Lynette Rossetti, and Cid Cadigal for coming on the show today and sharing their stories so we get to know them. Now, if you're a small business owner that would like to have their voice heard, please give me a call, 319-535-5928, or you can email me at newsmallbusinessvoice@gmail.com. So that's all the time we have for the day. I want to thank our three guests for coming on the show. And so let's get to know our small business owners and support our community by buying local. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
All right.